Hello, children. Here we go. We are going to find out how to find the volume of pyramids. So, remember a pyramid, you draw a nice triangle. Give yourself a nice diagonal line coming off that top. Give yourself your other side. If I give you a square base, of course, you're going to have just a base measurement, and you're going to have to square that because that counts for base times the length. It's the exact same formula as the prism. Everything's based off the prism. Let's do 10 millimeters. We'll make this nice and small. And the height of this floats in the middle of the pyramid, and let's say this one is 12 millimeters tall. So a pyramid is 1/3 the base times height times length. Or you could think of it as it's the base of the area, which is the base times the length, times the height, divided into a third. 3 pyramids of the exact same measurements will make one prism volume-wise. So you got 1/3, the base is 10, the height is 12, and the length is 10. So there's that 10 times 10. You could just square the base and just do 100 if you wanted to first. 1/3 of 12 is going to be 4, and 4 times 100 is going to be 400 millimeters cubed. That's the volume of that one. It's pretty straightforward. I'll give you one to try right now. See if you can follow that. Let's give you a base of 9 meters and a height of 14 meters. Pause the video for a second, work that one out, and see if you get the same answer I do. Ready? Here we go. So 1/3, the base is 9, the height is 14, and the length is also 9. So I've got 3 times 14, which is 42. 42 times 9, that's going to be 2, let's say 42, 9? 360 plus 18, which is 378 meters cubed. Okay, now let's try the triangular based pyramid, which you remember is weird to draw. So you kind of make an arrow and then connect the bottom of the arrow, and then we're going to dash in to give the depth of a triangle on the base. Now I'm going to use a red pen because there is, of course, going to be 2 heights here. There's the height of the base triangle. I'm going to do that in red. Let's say that guy is 12 meters. Let's make this guy, I like 10. It just makes my head math so much more fun. And then I'm going to have a height of this pyramid and do it in this nice little lavender shade. It's going to come down to the center and make a little square there, and let's just say this guy is 18 meters right there. So it's the exact same formula. It's the area of the base times the height divided by 1/3, right? Divided by 3. But the thing is, the area of the base is 1/2 the base times the base height, right? So I'm going to do, let's call that the length because we're not using that in this equation. So that's this bottom triangle right here, the 1/2 base times the length, and then there's the height in there. And the whole thing is 1/3. because it's a pyramid. So really you have 1/6 base times height times length. So 1/6 times, we've got a base of 10 right here. A base height, or no, this is the length actually. The height actually is 18, excuse me. And that base length, which is 12. So I'm going to go and I'm going to divide the 6 into the 18 and make it 3. 3 times 10 is 30, and 30 times 12 is 360 meters cubed. That was a lot of mess. Let me give you one to try and see if you can follow along. Make your weird looking arrow. I'm kind of pointing it slightly to the side so I can get that height in there. These are really strange to draw, but you know, it's always good to practice drawing geometric shapes, right? So there is our base floor. Let's give that give that 16 inches here. Let's give this a 12 inches there. And that's going to be our base. That's our length. Our height comes down the middle there. Not the best drawing. The one that goes to the top is the height. Let's do 21 inches. I'm just doing nice fun numbers here. So if the formula is 1/6, I got the wrong pen. You should be able to solve this. There's the formula right there. Pause the video, get her done. I'm waiting. And here we go. 1/6 times the base, which is 12, times the length, which is 16, times the height, which is 21. Well, 6 goes into 12 just twice, and then 2 times 16 is 32, and 32 times 21 is a big number. 20 times 32 is 640, plus another 32, so 672 inches cubed. Wasn't that fun? And just for more fun, I've got some practice problems for you. 4 of them, actually. So I'll take this away so it's not so confusing to look at. Pause the video. Work those 4 out. And I'll get to them in a second here. Okay. You've worked all 4 of these problems out. We're going to start with our square-based pyramids, which means I'm going to use this measurement of 8 twice because that is the base and the length. It is 1/2 the base, which is 8, times the height, which is 21, and then it's going to be by the length, which is 8. 1/2 of 8 is 4. 4 times 8 is 32, and 32 times 21, I feel like I just did this problem. That's crazy. Which is 640 again, plus 32. So that's going to be 672 inches cubed. Number 2, we've got 20 by 20 by 15. So it's 1/2 the base of 20, the height of 15, and then the length of 20. 20 times 20 is 400. Cut that in half, I got 200. 200 times 15, that's 2 times 15, which is a 30 plus 2 zeros for, wow, that's going to be 3,000 feet cubed. Yeah. Okay. Moving right along to number 3. It's 1/6 because it's a triangular base. I just did those all wrong. Wow, silly Malzberger. I did 1/2 instead of 1/3, and you guys didn't even stop me. How dare you? Anyways, wow. That's kind of crazy. So let's back up here and say, Malzberger, you did these all wrong, and you guys didn't stop me. 1/3 of 21 is 7. And 7 times 64 is, I don't know, 7 times 60 is 420, and 4 times 7 is 28. So it's 448 inches cubed. Oh, I'm so ashamed. It should be a third, not a half. I was doing prisms. Get rid of that. That's 400 times 5, and that's going to be 200 times... I'm just so flabbergasted. Yeah, it's going to be 2,000 feet cubed. Thank you for everyone who caught my errors and realized that I'm not perfectly used to this yet. All right, going on is 1/6 because it's a half of the third. Oh boy, oh boy. And our base, which is 8, our length, which is 6, and our height, which is 12. I can just take away that. 1/6 of 6 is 1. 8 times 12 is 96 meters cubed. Number 4 is, I said fort. Number 4, 1/6. 14 is the base. I'm going to do the 9, which is that, and the 15 here. And see, here I get into, wait a second, a 6 doesn't go in here. Now, you can just multiply them all together and divide. What I'm going to do is I'm going to split in my head the 6 into 2 and 3. I'm going to do 14 divided by 2, which is 7. And then I'm going to do 3 goes into the 9, which is 3. And that's what I'm really doing for my 6 into those 2. So that's 21 times 15. And 20 times 15 is 300. So it's 315 centimeters cubed. All right, and that is how you find the volume of prisms, especially if you remember to do the right formula. Wasn't that fun?